I'm Smith with thejasminebrand.com. How are you?
I read thejasminebrand.com.
Thank you so much.
Per day.
Thank you so much. How you doing today?
I'm well. I would be a little more spunky if I wasn't hanging out with Jasmine all night last night for Elisa's party.
That's an inside joke. She'll know about it.
Okay, she knows. She knows.
So, are you excited about tonight?
I am, and I'm so excited that HU is being represented. Taraji's hosting. What's up, Bisons? HU, you know.
Have you been watching The Preachers of LA?
Of course, I'm addicted.
Oh, me too. What's your thoughts about the portrayal of the church world on television? Do you think it helps us, hurts us?
Can I just say this to you, Smith? If anytime you can get people talking about the church, reflecting about religion, reflecting about their relationship with God, what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, then we're winning. Because I am a pastor, assistant pastor at Weller Street Missionary Baptist Church, ordained Baptist minister, and I tell you, as much as you try to get people to come into the kingdom, it's very difficult. And so this is a vehicle for introducing people, reintroducing people, and encouraging people to be a part of the kingdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you could ask God one question and he would have to answer, what would you ask him?
God, let your will be done. Whatever you have for me, may your will be done. That is all my requests.
Now, you know as humans that we often have some fears sometimes. What would you say is one of your greatest fears?
You know, God didn't give us the spirit of fear, so I don't really...
I'm talking to a preacher. She got the scripture.
You look gorgeous.
Look at Goo. Goo, get in here. Get in here. Come on, Goo. Goo, come here. Goo, welcome in. This with the Jasmine brand. I know. We all can talk. It's family time.
About kingdom building and about Preachers of LA.
We were talking about the Preachers of LA, and I was wondering, what are your take on the portrayal of church on television to the world? Do you think it helps us or hurts us? Well, your sisters are. You're on the show. I mean, what do you feel about that?
You know I tell the truth, right?
I know you tell the truth.
I think they be wilding out on the show, and I think people are entitled to do what they want to do. But sometimes I just think we should hold some of the. And then you never know how they're going to edit stuff either. I'm very familiar with that, you know. Yeah, so it's a little tricky. But some of the stuff I wish they would kind of conceal. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's kind of one of those things where it's like that's family business. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that we have ups and downs and flaws and whatever. But you know, like when I almost got into a fight last week, I wouldn't put that on TV.
Yeah, but it's real though.
But you know what?
But it's real.
When you're in that moment, because I've had a lot of them fights on TV. When you're in that moment, though, I think it's so important to be authentic and to be in that and to really allow whatever is transpiring to transpire. I wish there were times that I held back, but sometimes people just really tick me off.
That's true.
And I'm praying.
They tick me off too, but then I'm not a pastor, so I just think there's a difference. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to seem wrong. I'm just being honest with how I feel. But I'm glad we're able to see the work that they do and how much of their heart, you know, how much they give, you know, to the ministry, their time. Sometimes their wives, you know, and their families, you know, are second and third to the ministry and that sort of thing. You know, so, you know, to me it just has its perks, and some things it's like, ooh, not that.
Right. Now, Goo Goo, we were talking about fears, and we know that God hasn't given us the spirit of fear. But what's one of your greatest fears, would you say? If you have any.
You know, I honestly am not a fearful person, and when I feel like fear, when I feel it trying to, I guess, creep up on me, I don't like that feeling of control. So I just force myself to push past it. Like, for example, this season on Mary, we went zip lining, and I was horrified. But I said, you're not going to be no punk, though. So I went ziplining, and I take that approach into everything. Sometimes when I'm, you know, people ask me to sing, and I ain't no singer, and that sort of thing, it's just like, you got to do what you got to do. Like, fear can't punk me. You know what I mean? So that's how I think.
I love her.
Yes, I love it. Right. About to get her to come speak to the youth.
I know.
So, thank y'all so much for talking with us here at thejasminebrand.com. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Thank you.